Hi everyone, I am here today to show you a project I made and to do a little demonstration on how I use my button maker to make button flares. So button flares are like these. I actually ordered these and they are made on this kind of a machine, and they just have a foam back, and you can put them on all kinds of things. You could put them in the center of a rosette or a flower or whatever you would like to put them on. It's an embellishment. And so I wanted to just show you how I make them. You do have to have a button machine, which is what this is right here. And you need a 1-inch punch, which I have right here. I have a couple of 1-inch punches. And then your images, you need some kind of image. I have a couple of ways that I find images. The first one I'm going to show you right here is a digital printout kit. This is a kit that I bought to make a journal, which I will show you that real quick. And this is purchased by Shabby Arts Boutique on Etsy. And in there was these little images, this little gingerbread face, as you can see right there. And I already made that one into a button. You could, so that's where I just look for images, like even like these smaller ones, like you could put your 1-inch punch in there and make that if you didn't want to use this piece as a piece of ephemera. Or if you have a digital kit, you could print out an extra sheet to make buttons out of. So then, yeah, you could just punch that out and use that. A lot of times I will use like 6x6 paper pads. They're an excellent way to get small images. So any of those fruits would be perfect for a button flare. Um, yeah, so when I'm buying paper, sometimes I will look for 6x6 paper pads or 8x8 paper pads, especially if they match a collection. And if I can find the 12x12 and the 6x6, or 12x12 and an 8x8 paper, then I will get those papers and just do my own embellishments. Another way you can find images is sometimes in paper pads you will get like a paper that has like strips of images, which is really fantastic because you can use those strips of images to make button flares out of. Anyway, that's how I find my images. And now I'm going to show you real quick how I do it. And it comes with these little backs, of course, and they have little pin part, but I actually take the pins off because I'm not using it as a button. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I'm just actually using it as a embellishment. So it comes with a ridged side and a flat side. Put the ridged side down, and then it has the little button part, which is the metal piece that goes on this side here. And then your image. So on my images, some of them I will see if I can show you already. I inked around the edge, and I also used, I don't know if it's picking up the shimmer, my Wink of Stella pen. This is the Wink of Stella, and it just adds that little shimmery element. I use my Wink of Stella pen a lot because it's my favorite thing ever. And then you just put the image in there, and it has these little Marlar circles, which is basically a piece of plastic. It comes with them already. So here is the piece of plastic. I don't know if you can see that I have that, and that fits in there right on top. Oops. Sometimes the Marlar makes it staticky, so it slides around in there. And to fix that problem, I just use a little dab of glue. This will just adhere it to my button piece. My glue doesn't want to come out. There we go. Oops, bumped the camera. Sorry, guys. You stick it on there. Make sure it's centered. Put the piece of Mylar in. And then we're going to make it, sorry, I have to push hard. There we go. And it is up inside there. And then we're going to move this, slide it over to the next one, and push down. It does take a little bit of force. So if you are somebody that has issues with that, you might not want to invest in a button maker. And there you go. I have a little button player. That is how I make my little button flares. And then, like I said, you can use paper like these strips here. This is one of the best ways to get them is with the strips. And then I just punched those out. In this particular one was these little cocoa, and I punched them all out and made them into a button flare. So that is how I make button flares. I like to make a whole bunch when I get my machine out because it's kind of a big machine and it takes up a lot of space. So when I have it out, I usually try to make up as many as I can. And then I will, send them out as happy mails or embellishments. Or if I have a lot of extra like random ones that I have, just kind of I keep them in a little tub. And then I will add them to like embellishment boxes when I do swaps like that. So real quick, I wanted to show you a project I did. I used a followed a tutorial, and I will find it and leave that link below. It's one sheet of paper that makes 3 pockets. They're for junk journals. And I am a member at Papercraft Friends on Facebook, and I joined a swap that you were supposed to make this and then send it to your partner. So I don't know who my partner is yet, but I went ahead and made them, and this is the first little pocket. And then I just put some pieces of ephemera in there. I actually made this one a little third pocket in here, so it has these 2 main pockets, and then I did just with like the scrap piece. So the piece I cut off right here, I just flipped over and used it as a, and then I did some embellishment. And then this gave me the idea to show you guys is I made this pocket and then I just did some flares with the extra pieces of paper. So I'm going to send these along with my swap as a little extra. And then this is the last pocket. And I just punched out, these are all snowflake punches that I have. Here's one of them I used for this here. And then this one here is this one. And then this really big one right here in the back is this one. And it is a 3-inch monster punch. It's huge. And I do not know where I got any of these. I have had them for a long, long time. This one is by Little B. I don't know if you can see that. This one is by Recollection, so I'm guessing I got this at Michael's. And then this one, I don't know. This one is old, probably 20 years or so. So anyway, that's how I created the snowflakes, is I just punched them and layered them. And then this pocket has 2 places, and that's it. That is how what I did for my swap. And then by making the extra button flare, I decided that I would kind of give you guys a demonstration on how I do that. And I think that these would be really fun. So even the button flares, instead of the little jewel that I put in the middle, you could actually put a button flare right in the center of that snowflake. That would be really cute too, especially like this one that actually has a snowflake on it. So anyway, that would be a great way. I find uses for them everywhere all the time. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping in and seeing me. Leave a comment and hope you guys have a great day.